Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Japanese Internet. Recently, a new Full Metal Alchemist mobile game was released in Japan. However, it seems that there's a bug where the main character Edward loses his hair in a cutscene. Some of the responses. So vigorous! Hageme no Denkinjutsushi, meaning bald-headed alchemist, but also being a pun on the anime's title itself, Hagane no Denkinjutsushi. According to this tweet, Ed actually canonically goes bald in the future. In the replies, they're pointing out the similarities to this scene, him saying, "They were taken from me," about his brother and his leg, but in this case it could be his hair. Another person pointed out the similarity to this funny picture, kind of almost the exact same. This is a letters from your younger sister gacha. For 200 yen, you receive apparently a letter handwritten from the bottom of her heart, because texting just won't do this time. This is what came out, apparently. The last sentence is a pun that's quite difficult to translate, but I'll do my best. To my older brother, you must be surprised to receive this letter out of the blue. To be honest, there's something I've been keeping from you. Remember how our mom died after falling down the stairs last year? The truth is, I pushed her. But it wasn't on purpose. A fly landed on her shoulder, and when I went to kill it, I pushed her. You must be shocked to hear this in a letter, but it's the truth. Only a fly can fall so fast. The last line is basically the punchline. It's a really corny dad joke. Fly in Japanese is hae, and fast is hayai, which can be pronounced casually as hae. So, hae dake ni tennaku speedo ga hae. There's actually a few more letters in this series, and among other similar gacha too. Some of them are really creepy. This one has everything repeated like 5 times per line, saying like, "Big brother, do not look at other girls, you are mine. Who is she? What are you doing together? I will not allow it." That kind of thing. In the replies to that meme, we actually get someone using this meme that I've been saving for these videos for a while, so here we go. A lot of you will recognize this. It says, "Keikaku dori," all according to keikaku. Keikaku means plan, by the way. Keikaku dori. I will avoid spoilers here, but if you haven't seen Death Note, by the way, bro, I mean, come on. While this famous scene spawned the keikaku means plan meme in the West, the original shot itself is very commonly used online in Japan and has been for many years. Here's a small compilation of just some of the parody versions I could find. This street, Heiwa Dori, where the Dori part would just mean street, was photoshopped to say Keikaku Dori. Yes, it is the same Dori, by the way. The English part is changed to kukuku, which would be like laughing at the people you deceived. Here's a similar shirt, too. This hilarious picture is captioned, "My first time seeing the real thing. Look, it's floating. So cool." Some responses, "Huh? How is it floating? There must be little strings hidden somewhere." I like how the legs are made of the transparent background thing. Legs? What are you talking about? In all my videos, I include a personal story from my time in Japan. Today's takes place over 5 years ago when I was an immature young adult living near Osaka. The city I was living in had these little gutters running alongside all the streets, which is common in Japan. One day, while walking down the street with my friends Taro, Japanese, and Gary, Australian, we saw a little crayfish-looking thing in the gutter. Gary said something like, excuse my Australian impression, "Oh, what's that, a yabby?" Which shocked me and Taro, who had never heard of a yabby, but it turns out that's what Australians call crayfish. It was a funny joke to talk about yabbies all the time, until one day me and Taro, just the two of us, were walking down the same road and saw another yabby. I guess Taro was one of those guys who, as a kid, loved to catch bugs and stuff because he immediately caught it with his hands and wanted to prank Gary with it. To make it worse, Gary was having a girl over at his apartment that evening. We lived next door to each other in a run-down apartment building that looked like this, so later that night, Taro went and snuck it into Gary's bathroom sink, and within a few minutes we heard the girl scream in fear out the window. The next day, when we went over to Gary's apartment to ask what happened, Taro had brought a cage, some food, and a water dish for it, and told Gary that now he had to keep it as a pet, which he reluctantly did for a few days until we learned that it mysteriously went missing. Taro still calls Gary Yabi Slayer to this day, but Gary insists he just felt bad and released it back into the gutter. So this isn't actually a daily dose series. This is part of a series where I translate Japanese memes and what's going on in the Japanese internet and make videos about it. Check out the playlist for more. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and see you next time.